It's Stevewolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I want to talk to you today about a subject of getting advice. Who to get advice from, and perhaps who not to get advice from. I'm going to leave the insurance company out of this. I normally would not, that would not be my choice to get advice as far as, and I guess, well, we ought to clarify, Steve, what do you mean? Advice for what? Well, it's not going out and buying a new car. I don't know how helpful they would be in that matter, unless you're maybe talking to an adjuster from the automobile side. But we're speaking of advice as far as maybe you have some damage, maybe you're not quite sure. What do? Do I call the insurance company, file a claim? Do I not file a claim because I really don't want to file a claim? How big is this damage? You know, is my deductible covered in this thing? Is my deductible going to eat most of what I would be getting on this anyway? Well, all those questions, as I say, you have neighbors, you have friends, you have relatives that you can ask for advice. But unless one of those in those categories are a professional where they have experience within the industry, and the ideal situation would be, that's right, you guessed it, a public adjuster. Now, is there something in it for us? There may be down the road. There's not initially. You know, public adjusters have no way of billing you. Public adjusters do not have their hand out. A public adjuster is to assist and advise you. We're here to educate you on your situation, on your question. Now, it needs to be pertaining to the home and insurance. If you are wondering why the birds sing or something like that, I can't help you with that. That's another department. But we are here to give advice out for free. And we've had that low price since I can remember. You know, we are not able to bill you for things. So why not tap a wealth of information, a reliable source for when you have a question? Ask a public adjuster when you've got questions about your policy. Now, when it comes to certain code numbers, we may or may not be able to help you there. And I have to tell you that up front. You know, before we used to be able to go and Google a lot of the different codes that insurance companies used for their coverage, and it worked just fine. A lot of these codes nowadays are not coming up, meaning I'm not going to be able to identify what that specific code is. Now, that is a small portion of what the whole pie is of your policy. I can certainly help you with other things there. I just can't help you when it comes to a specific code. Well, let me rephrase that. I may not be able to help you. I won't know until I try, right? But we're there. We're only a phone call away. When you've got something going on with your policy, you've got something going on with your home, Steve, is that damage? Could very well be. What's it coming from? You know, it's wet. Why is there water in your ceiling? You know, is it coming from the roof? Or if we're on a lower level, is it coming from the upper level? Is there a pipe running through the floor or through the wall that has some type of a leak? A little pinhole? Something that's allowing the water to escape? Obviously not a good situation, right? We need to identify, where is it coming from? What's caused this to happen? A ceiling being wet is normally a candidate to be a claim to be filed on. Absolutely. But you need to be able to get what we call causation. What actually caused that ceiling to get wet? Where is the water coming from? Is it coming from outside when it rains? It comes through the ceiling? Through the roof? Is it coming between flashing? Is it coming between your soffit? Is your gutter backing up? Do you have ice damming? With a day like today, it's beautiful out. It's probably close to 60 degrees. We're not going to have any ice damming generated currently. But, when we did have snow earlier and we did have the colder temperatures, absolutely. So, guys, use a public adjuster. Ask them questions. It does not cost a cent. It gives you a better idea of who that guy is, too, number one. They're going to be able to give you information. If this gentleman is a true professional, and most public adjusters, just like every industry, are, there are some bad apples in there. That's true. Yes, I agree. But by far, and so listen to them. You know, when they tell you something, don't just take it, oh, well, he said it, it must be true. Now, it's not the internet, right? That we can trust, but we can't always trust what somebody would tell you. But the one thing you don't do is don't start asking your friends, asking your neighbors. Like I say, if they're not professionals, all you're doing is you're getting an opinion. Opinions sometimes can come back to bite you pretty good. Not advisable. Get somebody that's coming from facts, that has a well-based foundation that can give information out, and that's designed to provide that information to you. That's exactly what we do. Guys, I hope that this you found informative. I hope this was enlightening. I hope that you will share this. Would you give me one of these? Would you share this with others? Would you subscribe to my page? I appreciate you listening to me. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and God bless you.